Hey, it's Dr. Did with 5 effects of having a traumatic childhood. A lot of times when a child grows up and, there's an abusive environment that they're living in, or alcoholic parents, or, maybe they lost their mom or dad when they were little, or just any of those things could be traumatic for a child. And the way it shows up in adults, a lot of people don't talk about. And we may have friends who are adults who are struggling, and we don't understand where their struggle comes from. And I know people are like, well, it happened in your childhood, you should get over it. That's easier for us to say. But if you hadn't been through what that child's been through, you can't speak on that. And you can't judge them from that. And you can't tell them to get over it. And that leads me to number 1. They may have difficulty regulating their emotions. They don't know how to feel emotions. They don't know how to not calm down and bring the anger down because, maybe it was a survival thing, is to, cry. And maybe that's the way they stop the person from hurting them or whatever. Who knows? But that leads me to number 2. They may have mental health struggles and a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, just a lot of mental health struggles. And that leads me to number 3, relationship struggles. You're wondering why they can't keep friends or they can't stay in a consistent romantic relationship. Could be possibly leading back to childhood. And that leads me to number 4. They may participate in high-risk behaviors, like having sex with a lot of people, or doing drugs, or just doing impulsive things that people are looking at them like, why are you doing that? And that leads me to number 5. They can have an unstable work history or unstable finances going on because they don't know how to do any of this stuff. And we take being a kid, I think we think kids are just supposed to be resilient. They're supposed to bounce back from everything. But I always look at it this way. When you lost a parent as an adult, you see how that hurts. Imagine being a kid and nobody's listening to you. You lost your parent when you were young, and you didn't know how to process that. You didn't even know what was happening. So we gotta pay attention to why people behave the way they do sometimes, and if you know someone who's struggling with any of this stuff, send them this video. Therapy helps.